With a major selection of the looks your kiddos love starting at just $4 in the Walmart app, a new school year means a stylish new them. Who knew? Find skater skirts and Crocs that say, I'm casual but cool. Sparkly sneakers that say, it's my classroom, you're just learning in it. And preppy polos that say, I'm the teacher's pet, even if they're mommy's menace at home. Find their favorite styles starting at just $4 in the app. The Walmart you thought you knew is now new.
Raise the rudders! Raise the sails! Raise the sails!
Captain, an unidentified ship is approaching. Over.
Roger. Wait, is that an enterprise sales solution?
Reach sales professionals, not professional sailors. With LinkedIn ads, you can target the right people by industry, job title, and more. We'll even give you a $100 credit on your next campaign. Get started today at linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, it's Paris. You know I love sparkly things, right? Like stars. Duh. And thanks to Hilton and AutoCamp, I just slept under them. Picture me, serving looks by the fire outside my luxurious Airstream, making s'mores with the kids, while a national park is our backdrop. The great outdoors meets Hilton hospitality. That's hot. Explore all the new ways to stay at Hilton.com. Hilton for the stay.
Well, it's the unofficial end of summer. It's September. We are back. We'll be back on our regular schedule, kids. We know this summer we gave you guys a little bit of a... we needed a little bit of break. It's been 6 years of talking, but it's back. I'm going to let you finish with your favorite host, Courtney Ames. Ames, who, first of all, can I just say this? And I meant to hit you. On that piece that you did about hip-hop journalism, your hair and your... First of all, you sounded great. What you had to say was fucking excellent. I was like, this is why I fuck with this bitch. I fuck with this bitch.
That was like a year and a half ago. The hair.
Was it that? But that hair and the makeup was so good.
Okay. Newsflash, that wasn't makeup. That was good lighting.
Good lighting is the key to everything.
Good lighting, because even I was looking at it going, was I wearing makeup? I mean, I might have put a little foundation on.
You had a lip on. You had a lip on.
I always wear a lip. I always wear a lip. But I wore a muted lip. They had fantastic lighting. And I have had a haircut. It's a little bit. That was about a year and a half ago. I want to thank, that was the 50th anniversary. They did a symposium of Columbia University.
Oh, I remember when you did that. That was from then?
Yeah. Yeah. So it's this group called Critical Minded who are doing really, really interesting things. You guys should follow them. They're really looking at the arts and creativity and, critical thinking. And a lot of people, probably our listeners, and a lot of people we know are interviewed in this thing. But no, that was good lighting.
You looked really good. First of all, what you had to say was like...
Even I was like, well, I can sling the bullshit. I'm really good. I know how to use my SAT words. No, I know how to throw in the context clue. Thank you. I know.
Oh, by the way, it's show number 230 on the Pantheon Media Network.
And it's Labor Day, which, whatever.
It is. We're taping on Labor Day.
You're not out on the Parkway whining your waist?
Well, they were, because I am a civil servant who works for the city.
Oh, right. You guys march, right?
There was an email that went around saying, if you want to march, meet at this time. We'll give you a T-shirt and you can march. I've actually marched in the West Indian Day Parade before.
I've only gone to it once because, and Brooklynites will know this, it's something you really only need to do once, especially if you're not Caribbean, because at its height, which is when I went, it could get a little crazy.
But it was fun. I marched with the first year they officially let a gay and lesbian group march.
Oh,
and a friend of mine was one of the sponsors. De Blasio was mayor then. And I marched in the parade, and I was so afraid we were going to get fuck, but everybody was great. It was a good time.
No, I think I took Lucian when he was about 7. It was just really, really crowded, and I wanted to get the hell out of there. And that was all right. all New Yorkers will laugh when I say this, but they will understand. That was back when it was so long ago that the idea, even in broad daylight, of walking from Eastern Parkway to the what is it, the Prospect Park, Parkside. Even from walking from Eastern Parkway to the Parkside train was terrifying in the daytime. Now it's like skip to Lulu, my darling. But I was in Carabana up in Toronto.
Oh, really?
Yes, because back when they did press days, Warner Brothers was working this Canadian guy who was actually managed by Nelly Furtado's then manager, Chris Smith, a very cool guy. And they were trying to break this guy, very nice guy. And so part of the promotional thing is it was like me, Sonia Maget, couple other writers, and we were like up on a float at Carabana, and we were all like, where are the cops? How come there is no cops at this? Where are people shooting people? And they were like, this is Canada. That doesn't happen. But you know that Carabana is the biggest West Indian festival in North America.
Yeah, it is. It's huge. It's huge. Yeah, it's huge. Mm. And
well, I'm sure today will be interesting because Eric Adams will drag his ass out there and get booed.
Of course. Well, the whole thing was you can walk with the mayor.
Yeah, so he'll be booed. Cuomo might get a mixed reaction, and Mondami will be treated like a conquering hero.
Who I met.
Because he'll walk with Jim. You met Mondami?
Yes, because I have pictures of him. I was minding
now those you need to post, okay?
I thought I did. I thought I posted on the show page. I was minding my business. It was Harlem Week, and I was walking through 135th Street over here by my house, on my way to go food shopping, because, you know, everything with me is food-centric. Actually, first I was going to the Schomburg to get a new library card because they have a special limited edition. It's the 100th year anniversary of the Schomburg. So I wanted
I got a New York Liberty library card.
So I wanted that library card. So I went to do that. And as I was walking through, I was like, why are these people excited? And I look, and it was Mondami. And then he was dancing with people and stuff. And he seemed really cool.
Let me tell you something.
And all of the people were like running to him. And
on Vibe alone, I know we shouldn't vote for Vibe, but on Vibe alone, I am very, very excited about this because I mean, Eric Adams doesn't really have a chance. I mean, the scary
Eric
thing
Adams is behind Curtis Sliwa. He's so low in the fucking polls. It's crazy.
I know. He's the mayor, and the crazy cat man who wears a beret with 13 cats. Yeah, my fear is that the scumbag vote will be split, and Curtis Sliwa.
You know what's really interesting, and you know, as a civil servant, I can't really have a real public opinion.
You're just going to keep saying that over and over. I'm technically a civil servant too.
It's really kind of I didn't realize that until like last week, and somebody said it to me, and I was like, holy shit, I guess
but you have a union. The unions endorse every year, so obviously you can have I mean, my union.
Yes, I can, but you know what's on this show. I find, because there are all these oaths and everything you have to take, and you have to sign all of these pledges. So now I had to be careful when talking about anything political in New York, because number one, Eric Adams is technically my boss. Isn't that, it's kind of wild.
Well, the important thing
I get all the emails from him now, and it always ends with like, keeping it real, Eric.
Well, for what it's worth, his alleged first cousin, I know for a fact, never listens to this show, so we're safe. Only because I'm doing the show.
That's another story for another
So that's a whole other story. So la-di-da-di on that. Okay, so like you, it's really weird. Like I have become to have a lot more respect and a lot more interest in Taylor Swift the older I get, which is weird because I'm aging out of her demographic in many ways. I think we both agreed that she's a better songwriter than she's a singer. But I just like her more and more. And I think one of my problems with her in the very beginning is that she didn't say anything about anything and through no fault of her own became adopted by like a, white supremacist, dream girl. And as soon as she started speaking out, I had a lot of respect for her. All right. But you and I both have enough cynicism and they're like, yeah, whatever. I sometimes she's engaged to Travis Kelce. That's the lead up. We all know. I just sometimes they're like when people go, "Oh, I give it a year." Why? They've been together for 2 years. They're grown ups at this point. You know?
I saw that. Well, first of all, let me just say something. I don't think you're growing out of her demographic. I think actually at 36. She's coming more into our demographic because even though she sings a lot about loving the same boyfriend things, it's a little more complex than before where she was singing songs like she wears long skirts, I wear t-shirts, and the girl was
I've been playing Cardigan on repeat.
Yeah.
That is a genius song.
I think as she's gotten older, the subjects have been a little more relatable. To I've always said this to you, like, I appreciate adult Taylor Swift records.
Yes.
More.
Yes.
And yes, I do believe she's a much better songwriter than singer, but I think she's able to get her point across. Yeah, I saw somebody on our page saying, I give it a year and da-da-da-da-da. And, you know, I know we can be really sort of cynics on this show and we like to throw, like, jabs and shit, but I'm all about love. And if you can find it, I'm not already trying to bet on your downfall at the beginning of you announcing your love. I think that that's a really weird thing that people want somebody to break up. It's almost like I love that Ciara kind of put Charlemagne in his place. Like, I don't know why he's become the spokesman for all black people at times. It really drives me nuts. But she was, you know, promoting her new album, and she went on The Breakfast Club, and she had to set it straight when, you know, he kind of was saying some shit around, one, the Giants are going to suck, and she was like, what we're not going to do is talk about, you know, the team my husband's on sucking. And when they tried to bring up how people think that he's corny, and she was like, listen, my husband is a man and he takes care of his family. And I find it weird that people are so ready to attack people's relationships. All of these people, now Charlemagne is married and has been married for a lot of years, but I find it really weird how people really root, especially online, for the demise of people's relationships.
It's Schadenfreude, you know, it's what is it, Schadenfreude? You take pleasure, I mean, you know, pleasure. I mean, part of it is kind of tongue-in-cheek, whatever. Look, I find Travis Kelce to be annoying in the extreme. Guess what? I'm not marrying him. And I also find what's hilarious is people talking about, like, her trying to get his money. Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm like,
are you kidding me?
I'm like, you're kidding, right?
I mean, she could never work
this is a lady
again.
Who got her master's back, and we know that it was not cheap.
Right. She could literally never record a whistle again and have more money than him because his career is contingent on his ability to have a career. You don't get residuals from being a really good football player. So,
and this is more than likely his last year playing.
Yeah. So, yeah.
He's got money. He doesn't have Taylor Swift money.
None of us have. Well, anyway, congratulations to them.
Yeah.
All right. You know, okay, you're of the opinion sometimes, and correct me if I'm wrong, that we shouldn't let what people's politics are, whatever, impact how we feel about them. But I think sometimes we can make an exception.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know what I
let me just start with this. You were right. No, you were right. Yeah. On the last show, when we talked about the Kennedy Center honors, and you stated your opinion on Gloria Gaynor, I was thinking, no, you know what I mean, da 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 da, and you were just like, no, And I was like, no, maybe it's this. Then we go on a 2-week break, and it turns out, oh, maybe you are kind of a MAGA Republican, and you donated to all of these things. And
not only Republican things, like the scummiest of the scummies. The scummiest of but so look, I don't even have the headspace, as they say, to even get into Trump right now, because I am so in a spiral. We're all in a spiral of whatever. But the Kennedy Center honors now are obviously a pay for play situation. It's obviously pay for play.
Yeah, for the next 4 years, we're going to have to just act like they don't exist.
George Strait is a legitimate talent. I'm not taking that away from him. Michael Musto, the great Michael Musto, the Village Voice, legendary Village Voice columnist, said, things are bad when no one's even objecting to Michael Crawford because no one can remember anything Michael Crawford's done.
Again, when you said that,
album. He did have an album. He actually was on Atlantic, and it was a well-received album. But the point is that everybody's like, Michael Crawford. Kiss, I swear to God, I feel like the only reason Kiss is up there is they and then we'll get into that later on. I feel like the only reason Kiss is up there is because they know they won't say anything pro-Palestine when they get up there because Gene Simmons is born in Israel. Okay. George Strait is a legitimate talent. There's nothing wrong with that. Who else is
I kind of feel like, though, even
but Gloria Gaynor has had 1.5 hit. 1.5 hit. And we know that Trump lives in the 80s, okay? In the 70s. But the reason this all preamble to this is that, I think sometimes if you're an artist who has made your career on the backs of queer people, then maybe you have a duty to not be a dick.
There goes all the Pride bookings. It's a wrap now.
Oh, it's done.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap. So I hope, listen, go where they love you. Hope they book you for all of the other events because you just lost all the gay ones. You've lost them all.
Speaking of people who are like, and I forgot to put this in the rundown, but as soon as I said it, so can we just finally be done with Snoop? Can we just be done with him?
You know what I hate about this situation with him the most? That it's just really so unnecessary. First of all, I don't even know what you're talking about. Two,
there's that. Well, let's remind me. Snoop has suddenly had a moral conscience. The man who hung out with a pimp and paraded women around half dressed on leashes.
At the VMAs, and you're talking about kids. Kids watch the VMAs. Your videos played during the daytime. Your whole thing was being
Pimps
smoked out and all of that shit. Did you care about what anybody's children saw when that's what you put out for years?
Well, did you care about what anybody's children saw when your career was based only in music, but now that you're America's spokesmodel for every mainstream thing in the world, suddenly you're like, all right, so some of us, people do sometimes get more conservative. They have a kid. Anyway, Snoop is flipping out because supposedly there's subliminal messages in one Disney cartoon, and it's going to turn people gay. Our friend Skyhook, Hey Sky, said, okay, we canceled Chrisette Michele for way less than this. Why are we even paying attention to this man? He has come out pro-Trump. He performed at the inauguration. Yeah, he's entertaining and fun and whatever. Martha Stewart is more anti-Trump than he is. So enough, you know what? He has nothing to contribute to the culture anymore. He really doesn't. Musically, aesthetically, obviously politically, but it's like the hypocrisy. It's like, whatever.
It's annoying, right? You can't even find the words for it because it's just like, you know what? Whatever.
And who asked him? Who asked him?
And it's like, it feels like every time now that you open your mouth, again, you're the guy you had a whole moment based around murder was the case that they gave you. Like, you've been a criminal, you had no problem with kids knowing that, hey, drugs can be okay, because look, Snoop does it. And again, walking around with women in chains and leashes.
When I interviewed him, okay, nice guy.
Yep.
In the room, it was like a set. They were doing a photo shoot. It was him and Michael Imperioli for Complex. They were going to be a cover. Michael Imperioli, lovely guy. They're in the room, in the studio where they're shooting everything, the sound stage. Bishop Don Juan is there in all his Bishop Don Juaniness. So he's a sleazebag. And it was LA and it was Super Bowl weekend. So they were flying hookers down from Las Vegas, and he had them on set. So, yeah.
Oh, well,
lose me with that.
He was in a Kelly Rowland video called Ghetto, and we're shooting the video in LA, and he had his bus, and it's like they're all smoking on the bus, and Brian Pumper, who's a who was a popular porn star at the time, was a friend of his, comes to set, sets up like these easels all around the set and puts up big poster boards of his movies, which are porn films. So I had to go to, I can't remember who on the set, because I'm just like, this is a Kelly Rowland video.
Yeah, right.
This is not a Snoop video. He is a guest on this video. And I am looking and I'm seeing
porn.
I was like, take those down. So it's like, that's who you hung out with in your energy, which is great. But I don't need you to suddenly act like you're the fucking moral compass of anything.
Right. So Skyhook, you are dead right, man. All, it's like, cancel whatever. Why he's past his expiration date as far as I'm concerned. Mm-hmm. He's past his expiration date on so many. It's like you can't go click. There's a limit. It's like, okay, great, mate. Do your commercials. Endorse whatever you want to do. I'm done with him. Anyway,
let's take a break from here. Let's do a palate cleanse from Mr. Snoop Dogg. We will be right back after this quick commercial break. And listen to these commercials, because you know what? We like to eat, and Campbell's soup is expensive. We'll be right back.
Oh, are we being endorsed by Campbell's now? That would be amazing.
This episode is sponsored by Friskies, who would like to tell your cats hi. Now, if that didn't get your cat's attention, there is one thing that always does the trick. Just pour some Friskies crunchy food in the bowl and you'll hear those paws come running. Works every time. With so many Friskies choices, you can always bring your cats running from their secret napping spots. There's always more to explore. See for yourself at friskies.com or visit your local store.
Mint is still $15 a month for premium wireless. And if you haven't made the switch yet, here are 15 reasons why you should. 1, it's $15 a month. 2, seriously, it's $15 a month. 3, no big contracts. 4, I use it. 5, my mom uses it. Are you playing me off? That's what's happening, right? Okay, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, $15 per month equivalent required. New customer offer first 3 months only. Then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
Introducing the perfect companion to your morning listening routine. AG1's clinically backed formula is now flavor packed with 3 new delicious flavors: tropical, berry, and citrus. Start the day on a high note with probiotics that taste like the tropics. Mix it up with micronutrients that taste like berry or citrus. And take it all the way back with the classic AG1 Original with notes of pineapple and vanilla. Do your health a flavor, or 4, with AG1 Next Gen, the daily health drink. Learn more at drinkag1.com.
And we're back.
Okay, so the last year or so, but particularly in the last 6 months, I've seen a lot of artists, primarily overseas, a lot of Irish artists, because Ireland has always had an affinity for Palestine, because they like the Palestinians know what it's like to be occupied, or the Gazans, not necessarily Palestinians, find themselves at the back end of some form of censorship for displaying Palestinian flags, or voicing voicing opposition to the occupation. So Kneecap, we famously talk about, they have canceled their U.S. tour, not because of that, but because he's facing charges, one of them in the UK, and the way the immigration is going now, they probably wouldn't let him in anyway. They're not going to even let any Palestinians in for the UN next week. They're not letting any delegates in from Palestine, which is ridiculous.
I didn't know that. Really?
Yeah, nobody can come in from Palestine. None of them will get visas. Whatever. I can't even. Whatever. This includes children who come here for medical treatment. So, whatever. Paul Weller of the Jam, the great undersung Jam and Style Council, and the man who has amazing hair still. Amazing hair. Just thought I'd go there with that. he recently sued his accountants. It's a weird case, but basically he's saying he's been with these people for 30 years. So that's, if you're with anybody for 30 years, that's a good thing. And he sued them because he said they dropped him because he's anti-occupation. So it's just a really interesting thing because and this is in England, obviously. So I don't know where that suit is going, what's going on. But it's just, there was a festival that I honestly have never heard of before with a band that I honestly have never heard of before called Mary Wallop? Yeah. They were doing a set. They had a Palestinian flag on. They claimed that their sound was cut off. And in support, many other bands, including Vampire Weekend, who I believe have members in the band who are Jewish American, saying, no, this is bullshit. I mean, there's a big difference between flying a flag and getting up there and saying, kill all the Jews, okay? Like, you're flying a flag in support of, you're flying a flag. Anyway, so, yeah, I think this is going to really continue. I think this is going to continue to be a rallying cry. I think it is, for a lot of artists. I really do think that, and I applaud that. We're not talking about a Roger Waters who is an anti-Semite. There's a huge difference, I think we can agree, between being an anti-Semite and being anti-genocide, So anyway, so I don't know what's going on with the Paul Weller case. I honestly just read about it and then was like, oh, that's a weird, random kind of case. But speaking of Paul Weller, and this is a really good segue because they are heavily influenced on them, and they also have excellent hair. Oasis is finally in North America.
And my girlfriend Lisa is here. First of all, she flew to Matt. She used to work at Epic, so a bunch of Epic crew. They all went to Matt. Yeah. And she's here in New York. She went to the show last night, and she's going to tonight's show. And
I've heard is
she said the show was amazing. She said it was amazing.
No, everything I've read has been like, they are at the top of their game. So for all the naysayers who were like, oh, they're not going to make it, this is not the Fugees, okay? We're dealing with reasonable human beings.
And they're filming a documentary on this while they're touring.
This
show.
No, but they sound amazing. They look great. I still love that Noel still looks down at his guitar when he's playing the lead for Live Forever. It's like, dude, it's the first song you ever wrote. It's the best song you ever wrote. It really is. And I love that he's still looking down. I mean, an American audience is never going to be a British audience in a good way and a bad way. I could go a lifetime without seeing a bunch of people in bucket hats trying to do like the Liam Gallagher, I think it's called the Poznan, like some goofy walk. I mean, we're not as much like knuckleheads in the way they... the reason that British people have an issue with Oasis British critics because their fans are knuckleheads. I can't speak to that because I don't know any British Oasis fans, but the American fan is going to be a little bit different. But they never were huge in America. They were big, but they were never huge. And I think, what is MetLife? 60,000 seats? How many seats is that?
I think it's between... I can look it up right now. Hold on, let's see.
It's big, but it's big. The point is, it is huge. This is not playing the Garden, and the Garden is huge too.
Well, so the Garden fits only up until like
19,000,
or some shit like that. Yeah, let's see.
Yeah,
hold on,
I'm saying this is like people say, oh, they sold out the Garden with a group. That's great. They sold out MetLife. This is like MetLife is where
capacity is 82,500.
Okay, so they just sold over 200,000 tickets in a minute. Didn't the show sell out in like a minute?
Really quick.
And I mean, look, they're a great band. I don't care what people say. I love them. I would love to tell you I remember what they were like when I saw them live, but I kind of don't, but I kind of do because it was a long time ago. But good. It's always good when live music, we've talked about that, when live music is kicking and making money and generating excitement. If you want a little burst of happiness, and we talked about this last time, look at those YouTube clips of the Bad Bunny shows in Puerto Rico, and if you don't put a smile on your face, especially with John Hamm up there dancing, oh my God, it's like a convergence of fabulous. So yay for them. Okay. So we were going to run through like a whole bunch of court cases. By the way, shout out to our pal, Sean Sedero. He is our pal.
He's doing the people's work.
He's doing the people's work. Better you, baby, than me. I would not want to sit in a courtroom with these lunatics. Okay. So there's a whole bunch of court cases going on. I'm going to sum up 2 of them, and then we will discuss the only one that we care about. Dame Dash is a knucklehead, and everything he touches turns to shit.
I used to feel so bad for him, and then you realize it's like...
It's him.
This is all your choices. It's not about Jay. It's not about anybody else. You've had so many things at your fingertips. It has to be you. It has to be.
You ever worked with him at all?
I've met him. I didn't have to work directly with him, but when I was at MTV, I did something with him.
Yeah,
and he was always really nice. Anytime that I've been around him, he's charming, he was a nice person. So I didn't get that other side that other people who really had to deal with him have dealt with him on. But I just feel like every time I hear his name, it is something dramatic.
Yeah, I interviewed him once. He's exhausting. I'll give it that. It was on the phone. I mean, on the phone, I was exhausted. I mean, he was like, and I saw him years ago. There was a benefit for our late friend Tom Terrell, and Citizen Cope was performing, and of all people, Dame was with him. And it's like, what? What are you doing with Dame Dash? And he was fine. He paid his admission fee. But yeah, all right. So Dame Dash is being sued for something, money, blew it, defamation of character. Everybody sued. It's just like at some point it's like, dude, it's not. I think it's you. I think because people who are a lot worse human beings in the music industry have managed to survive, and there's just something about you that maybe he got the Stacey Dash side of the family instead of the. Isn't he related to Swiss Beats? Oh no.
I don't never heard that.
Those are the Deans. There's the Deans in that. Okay. L.A. Reid being sued for sexual harassment. His lawyers quit. They got to stay. L.A. Reid being sued for sexual harassment. Wait, hold on.
By Drew Dixon.
Dixon, a powerful music executive being sued for sexual harassment. Oh my God, how will I go on with the day?
Again,
yeah. Okay, great. The only court, ladies and gentlemen, the only court case that matters. The only thing you need to be watching on your phone or your iPad or any device is the once and future queen of all media, Cardi B in Los Angeles, giving testimony about a woman who is security big. Which has already, as Blakely Thornton has said, entered into the lexicon of the greatest insults ever. When asked, was she fat? Was she big? Well, she was security big, which, love. Cardi B's testimony is this woman, we've said this before about her. Her music is good, it's fun, but even if she never rapped a note, I want her to be in my life because she is hilarious and she got the memo about what it is. First off, she's smart as a whip. But these questions that I didn't know you were allowed to curse in a courtroom, because they asking her what did they say. So the lawsuit is like she's
were you calling her fat? I was calling her a bitch.
Right.
Come on, Cardi.
What did she say? What did you call her? I was calling her a fucking bitch and telling her to get her fucking finger out of my fucking face. This is why we love Cardi B.
The fucking lawyer. Your hair was.
Oh my God! What was that about?
Today is blonde. Did you cut your hair? She said they're wigs. I'm sitting here like.
No, but the way she said it, she smirks and she goes, "They're wigs." I mean, the case. From what I can tell, this woman does not have a case.
She does not have a case. There's doctor came. First of all, she went to the plastic surgeon 4 years after the incident.
Oh yeah, no, it would have healed by itself by then.
2, the doctor was the receptionist came out and said, I got in between them, and the receptionist got cut from the security guard, who, by the way, was supposed to be on the first floor. Why are you upstairs? Because you followed Cardi.
Because she heard Cardi.
She saw her come in and followed her up. Then The doctor was the one who was saying, I had to keep yelling at her and telling her to go to her post. And I'm the one who called the building management and got her essentially fired. It's like everybody, we just live in such a, I'm going to sue society that people just think first of all, let me back up. People need to stop acting like they have the right because someone is famous to an autograph, a conversation.
But was it about that she wanted an autograph, or she just wanted?
Well, she was following her and she was taping her, and and Cardi at this point was pregnant, and no one knew she was pregnant. So for this person, I think she was trying to sell that footage because
of course.
There's the market, the TMZs and all of those markets. I have footage. I'm going to break a story. Someone's pregnant
without a doubt, because Cardi said she didn't even tell her bodyguard, and this really pissed me. Like, she is under no. Okay, for those of us who have had children. Mm-hmm. Some people tell somebody the second they miss their period. Mm-hmm. Some people wait because they tell you 3 months is supposedly the time where things will hopefully go good. She's under no obligation to tell anybody except for the father of the child.
And the flip side is we're now in a period where that becomes financially viable for some people.
I think she's going to lose.
Yeah, that security guard is absolutely going to lose, and she should lose. And listen, and we have to be careful because you saw what happened with Audra McDonald. The last weekend of Gypsy, some fan felt like he deserved an autograph, so he found out what door she was exiting from the theater, and she did not realize he followed her to her home where she was staying, and
that's creepy.
And confronted her in the lobby, like, I came from whatever place and you're supposed to give me an autograph and talk to me. And her building security had to intervene, but it's like people are feeling like they have the fucking right. It's really nuts.
Fan is short for fanatic.
Yeah.
But anyway, legal issues aside, this is
it's the best entertainment. It's like watching Cardi B.
This is like, it's summer. Summer's winding to an end. There's nothing really like a buzzy show on TV right now. Whatever. There was no song of the summer this year. Mm-mm. The song of the summer is Cardi B, and it's the facial expressions too. Mm-hmm. This is going, how did you know she was big? Pointing to her eyes, pointing to the woman, and then saying, she's big. Are you calling her fat? She goes, no, not fat, just like
security big. I didn't want her to kick my ass. I'm pregnant. Why didn't you have your security guard come upstairs? I don't need him upstairs when I'm talking about my cat.
No, she didn't say my cat. Stop. She said a vagina doctor. Good for her.
No, but she also said my cat. Yes, she did. She was like, I don't feel like I need to have some man upstairs somebody upstairs when I'm talking about my cat.
I just love the whole thing. So I think that this case will be dismissed in 15 seconds.
As it should be. And I'm glad that she didn't fall for that shit and write a check. She was like, you want $24 million, lady? You're nuts.
I know, when they love her. What do you mean she's trying to get paid? And she goes, she's suing me for $25 million.
It's like, why do you think we're here, idiot? It's like, you know what I mean?
Right. It's like, really, like, duh. Yeah, so it is just the most enjoyable. It has made my life a better place watching these clips. All right, okay, you're going to like roll your eyes when I tell you this, but I swear to God it's true. I don't pay much attention to hip hop radio. I don't really listen to the radio, but what is it? Funkmaster Flex has decided now just to completely screw over DJ Enough. Is that what's happening?
Well, and the first part was, see, this is where I hate when people play stunts. Because the first part was, I'm leaving Radio Hot 97. So everybody's like, it's the end of an era. He's leaving. And today's his last show at 7 o'clock. So it's like the whole thing. And everybody's thinking, it's the end of an era. Then 5 minutes later, it comes out he's taking over a new slot, DJ Enough slot. And DJ Enough is like, I've been fucking played and kicked out and played out by Funkmaster Flex. And it's just kind of like, I can understand why some people really don't fuck with you. And here's a reason why, because the way you just played that was really sort of, you had everybody thinking, wow, the end of an era in New York radio, and you're just switching fucking time slots.
So is DJ Enough out of a slot completely? They didn't get rid of him.
No, I think
isn't he popular?
Yes. Yes.
Wait a minute. Is this to say? So wait a minute. So he had not enough juice to say no. You need to keep me too. Is Flex still that big?
I guess so.
I feel like Flex in a lot of ways is almost like a brand name. I'm not saying he isn't popular, but I just feel like I didn't realize he was big enough to say you can't.
It says enough. Who was sacked from the station after 27 years. This is what Complex says. Believes in his heart that Flex was the one who had him fired.
So he'll go somewhere else. Where are they at Hot 97?
Hot 97.
So he'll go to what do you call it? What's the other one?
105.
Power 105.
Mm-hmm.
He'll go there. They're not. No one's going to drop a 27 veteran of New York radio. And
he says he's going to tell. Flex says tonight, Monday at 7 p.m. I got a story to tell. A lot of people hanging in this video. I just told y'all, don't play with me. No need for comments. Join me Monday. We continue comments then.
Oh, I'll set my alarm for. I never listened to the radio. I went up to Hot 97 once, and my then boyfriend was very scared that I was going up there because that's when they used to call it Shot 97 because people. I miss New York, where people are getting shot in the lobbies of record companies or
good times,
good times. What are you listening to? You know, there was no song of the summer. There was no song of the summer.
Not to me, there wasn't. I'm listening to a couple of things. I'm listening to this artist named Genevieve. She has an album called Chrysalis that I really, really like.
So you really only listen to one name singers. You know that,
yes,
right?
Yes, I do. I'm also listening to...
Is she British?
No. I'm also listening... I don't know, actually. I'm also listening to Hilt Collet and the illustrious black new single Transatlantic Kiki, which is giving me life.
Wait a minute. Let me think. Gay?
Kind of, sort of, yes. I'm listening to another artist named Tamika Charles, and she's got an album called Reasons to Stay, which is really, really great.
Where do you find this stuff? You're on list still, right? You're still
and people send me stuff, and just discovering things. I'm trying to discover more new music. I'm also listening to this other artist named Naomi Sharon. She has an EP called The Only Love We Know, and I'm also listening to Cartoon's new EP called Cascade, which is really, really good. And I'm listening to Leanne's. Is it called Burning Up? Burning Up, I think it is. Yeah, so a couple of little ditties, and I don't know, for some reason.
Oh, good. Thank God you hadn't said that in like a whole fucking half an hour.
For some reason, I've been back on my truly homosexual Broadway cast albums moment, and I keep listening to the Death Becomes Her original Broadway cast recording, and I also have now... been listening to Evita, the original London cast with Elaine Page, which has been really great.
Whoa, you're in like warp center 6 queer right now.
And
is gay Broadway cast an oxymoron? Or no, there are some.
Yeah,
I would say that Hair is not a gay Broadway cast. Oklahoma, West Side Story. I would say it turns into a gay thing when you have an over-the-top woman as the lead.
Yeah, and I've been listening to the original Broadway cast recording of The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas.
Oh, Jesus Christ. When do you have time to sleep?
Well, you know what? I haven't really been turning my television on, so I just kind of come in.
It never goes
listen
off.
to music and just kind of put things on and just sing around the house and stuff. Oh, and you know what? I just bought on vinyl. I just bought Misha Paris's Contribution album, so I've been listening to that a lot.
Okay. I love that record more than I can say. South of the River.
It's so good. Yeah, it's so good.
South of the River is such a good... And Contribution with Rakim, right?
Yeah, so good.
He was really good. I don't know why more people didn't grab him to be on. He's just so good. You know, I mean, obviously...
And if you think about... I was about to say, and you think about the spots where he did... jump on people's records. They were always great fucking records, and he made them better.
Right. No, he made them. I mean, Friends is a great song. He kills, but South of the River, man, that is just like I love that song.
Yeah,
that's one of those songs where I'm like, that song and a song that I've never been able to find on an album. I'm sure you have it. The song she did with Omar, give a little love. You know that song?
I do. I love Omar too. He's really dope. Did you see
Omar's great.
Did you see his tiny desk? I posted on the show because he did a tiny desk a couple of weeks ago.
I saw him perform Wayback Machine at Joe's Pub a gazillion years ago.
I would love to see him.
A gazillion years. You know who he's very good friends with is our pal Brian Backus.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I want an entire, and then I'll tell you what I've been listening to, which is a whole lot of nothing, but I want an entire Young Disciples era revival. I want all of those, what was that label called? Blackstone, Blackwood? I'm looking right at it right now. Black something, black people, black something black, blackity black, black, black. I want those guys to come back. I want Galliano. No, Talking Loud. What am I fucking talking about?
Talking Loud.
The group was called Black. I want all that to come back for like a hot minute, just for a little bit, because
like Young Soul Rebels.
Yeah. That's what Salt was sort of tapping into, for sure.
Yeah, kind of, sort of, absolutely. They're like the next generation of that.
And that group that's Ezra Collective. They're sort of like tapping into that as well. All right, because I was on a long flight. I don't know why I've been listening to a lot of Freddie Johnson. Don't ask me. Every time I get into white girl shit, I go deep. Okay, as you know, I enjoy being the 27th person in the pool. Let the other people go in first. So because when the New York Times asked a bunch of people what their song of the summer was, and Zoran Mandami said this Davido song, so I've been listening to a lot of Davido. He picked that one. Funds, that's what he picked. And then because sometimes I get tired of reading about people and going, okay, enough already. I'll listen to what they sound like. I started listening to the Dijon record.
I don't know that record.
He's the guy that produced the Justin Bieber record that's getting really, really good reviews. And people love this record.
I don't love this record.
I don't care about...
I'm not the hugest fan, so maybe I'm the wrong person for it. But I will just say that I started listening to it and I was bored. And I just kind of drifted into something else.
Well, I know. I haven't listened to it either because I don't really care about him. There's just certain artists that are out, and I'm like, there's certain artists that are out, and I'm like, oh, that's great. You have a new record. Good luck to you. That's great. And so when people over the top go, oh, it's a movie, I'm like, yeah, it's probably not. This guy Dijon, based on the first couple songs, and he's not new. It's like, it's like Dijon, like the mustard, not like deep. Apostrophe Jean, like his mother wanted to get creative with his name. The first two songs reminded me of Miguel, sort of, not our Miguel, Miguel the singer, Miguel,
who's got a new song coming.
Oh, good.
Called Chaos, yeah.
Okay, where's St. John? Please come back.
Yeah, where is St. John?
I mean, he was first off gorgeous. Just to be completely shallow. I mean, if I'm going to look at somebody, I might as well look at him. And really weird in a good way.
Yeah.
Like good weird. And New York, like so freaking New York. I believe he took his name from St. John's place.
Because didn't he like grow up over there? I think that's where he got the name. Yeah, he grew up in
Crown Heights. Yeah. I think so. Where are these people? Where's Miguel?
Well, Miguel's about to drop. He's been dropping teasers for the new music. Oh, you know what else I've been listening to? Peace Biscuit has a Best of Larry Levan in the Paradise Garage
I've seen that
playlist right now on Spotify that you guys should check out.
Titans.
It's so good. It's so good. Oh, and do you know what? First of all, I don't know if you know this about me, but I used to go to for years I used to go to the movies a lot, and then I stopped going to theaters. But I went to the movies yesterday to see the weekend screening of Prince's Sign of the Times concert film that they put in IMAX. Okay. And I hadn't been in the movies forever, and I was like, why is it costing me $13 for a bucket of popcorn? But that's a whole other $13, Amy. It was like $12.89 for a bucket of popcorn that you could take when I'm eating. I was like, this wasn't popped here. Where is the artificial butter that I love?
You know, first off, that I love popcorn.
Me too.
But I can go an entire movie without popcorn. But 24 hours after I got off the plane from Milan, went up to my kosher popcorn place.
Yeah, and got your pop. Cause I love. It's my new favorite snack. I eat popcorn all the time.
I love popcorn, but I can go without movie popcorn. But the Prince thing was great. It was amazing.
It was great.
Scares me.
I hadn't seen Sign of the Times probably since it came out in the 80s, right?
Right.
So seeing it again and just dancing and swaying in my seat, it was a cute moment.
All right.
And then I went and bought some records. You know, I found a couple of 12 inches. You know, it's the little things that make me happy. It's the little thing. I found the Victoria Wilson James through 12 inch, made me really happy. I found the Michelle and Ocello Leviticus Faggot 12 inch, which really, I love that song. Love that song. Made me happy. I found, just some things that I'm not going to say out loud because it lets you know just how much of an old homo I really am. But listen, I found old
Courtney,
homo records.
I look at you every other week and talk to you every other day. I'm well aware that you're an old homo.
I mean, I found a Basha 12 inch. I'm like, only I would be excited about Basha 12 inch.
Yeah. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. Did I mention I'm on an 8.5 hour flight? Well, the Freddie Johnson thing was funny because for some reason, I like to listen to things that I can hear. Because on headphones in a plane, the sound is much better. Because I usually don't listen to music on headphones. I listen to it on my whatever. And I will tell you something that's really funny, and then we can wrap up. So I was in the Italy. And, they play like whatever. Italian music television is like mind-blowingly insane. And I don't think they know it's insane because there was nothing in English. So I was just like, not that I was watching TV, but I'd want to like relax for it. So it's all like one, and it's the only place you can see. If you want to see MTV videos, go to Europe because they play them constantly in Bulgaria. And so they have all this crazy Italian stuff. And part of you is going, is this like a parody or is this actually what they're doing? And then I'm like, no, this is actually what they're doing. Anyway, so I was in a store and they were playing Dove Cameron, which is the only place you're ever going to hear that bitch is in Europe, even though she's supposedly a big star here. And I don't say that to mean, but I'm like, I'm on some loop on YouTube now. All I do is get Dove Cameron videos because I made the mistake once of clicking on a Damiano David video, and now and they are gorgeous and pathetic. It's ridiculous. But I did hear Damiano David in Italy, and I was like, oh, this makes sense. And then part of me went, and he is never going to be famous in this country. I don't know why. I mean, but anyway, I guess until Harry Styles comes out with a record, he's working on a new record, Harry Styles.
It's about time. It's time.
Oh, yeah, no, he's had 2 years off, 3 years off. He had a huge record. And still the Bad Bunny record on repeat. It's just each song. Yeah, but no song of the summer. Not to me.
Not
a one. Not at radio. Not at anything. It's really kind of crazy. Do they still do the Summer Jam? Or is that done? Summer Jam.
Listen, Summer Jam happened, and it was evidently very uneventful. It now happens at the arena on Long Island. It does not happen at the stadium.
The USB, the UBS, USB, whatever it's called. Okay, so in other words, Summer Jam didn't happen.
I mean, do you remember when Summer Jam was the
oh my
shit?
God.
It was
the
event
shit.
Of the summer. It was the thing.
No.
Now
it
kind of comes.
It
and
was
it's like,
Woodstock every year for black people. Every year was Black Woodstock. Oh, well. All right. You want to take us out of here, please?
You know what it is, kids. We're back. We're back fall. We'll be back with our regularly scheduled programming. Thanks for being patient. We love you. We missed you, too. You remember to check us out on the Pantheon Media Network. We are here. There's a million listen, Pantheon is really growing. There's some amazing shows. You need to check out all of the brother and sister playlists and shows that are on the network. And you know how to find us. We're on Instagram at ImmaLetYouFinish NY. We're on Facebook at ImmaLetYouFinish, all one word. We're on TikTok at ImmaLetYouFinish Podcast. And we're here every week. So we will see you on the next one. Thanks. Bye. Toodles.
Bye.
Happy Labor Day week. Happy, I guess, into summer. And if your kids are going back to school.
My God.
Oh, God.
Well, if they're going back to school in New York.
No.
They start
and that means you back to seeing all of the kids again.
Oh, I started already.
Yeah. Did you?
Yeah, I started online last week. I got off a plane, literally, like, took a little disco nap.
And was
started
like,
on
classes
Tuesday.
in session.
No, I was like, hi, guys. Here's the syllabus. Nice to meet you. I'll see you on Thursday.
Right.
I start for real on Wednesday, like
Yeah.
in person, but I've already started.
How many
And I'm
schools
already-
this year?
The same 3.
Yeah, same 3.
I'm a wandering. I always love when people say, people go, oh my God, that's so great. You work at so many schools. I go, no. The idea is to work at one place and make enough money. They don't have to travel around with a headless chicken. But no, I am at 3 different places. And this year at LIU, I almost had a heart attack when I saw how many people are in the class. 51 students.
Oh, that's your biggest one yet. That's okay.
Ever.
Wow.
Because they've made it a required class now for everybody. Yeah. So it's very flattering, and I'm really popular, but I'm like, 51 people.
You gonna bring guests in this
Oh,
semester?
hell yes. Are you kidding? What, you think I'm crazy?
Mm-hmm.
I can't. Nobody wants to listen to me talk for 2 hours. I mean,
Right.
you can barely listen to me talk for 45 minutes. Fuck, I run out of things to say. How many times can I say to these kids, listen to something besides, I'm still listening to the Clips record. Sorry. That to me is
really
the
good.
album of the summer.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, it's really
All right. Bye-bye. We
Bye,
said that
see-
already.
Yep, later. Toodles.
Bye.